gets fully pressurized, which scares the living daylights out of me.
We've had our fair share of problems in Alaska this summer, from a broken slide to a flat tire to paying for expensive excursions where the weather and wildlife didn't cooperate. But just when we thought our troubles were behind us, an unexpected scare on travel day reminds us that RVing in Alaska is not without risk.
Well, we think we lost a tire. I'm not sure exactly what.
I saw rubber go. This week we trade epic adventures for roadside repairs and a slew of boondocking spots that are both hit and miss. But first, we have to say goodbye to Homer, Alaska before we head north for all the surprises in store. This video is brought to you in partnership with eTrailer, who helped us make a much-needed RV upgrade. So we're about to go on the roof and get Starlink, and I was a little concerned because Victoria sent me a video she took from her RV showing all the birds on our roof, which we could hear.
Yeah, we heard the birds every day.
But they have like little fish in their mouths, so I don't know if we're gonna like find fish carcasses.
I'm just waiting
or
for
what.
I'm waiting for it to be just like a pier up there. Bird poo and fish bones. Be careful with your boots on the roof.
Oh yeah, it is slick.
Well, not only that, but you might have rocks on your shoes.
Oh, we've got some bird poo. That is not surprising. I also see some little tracks, but no fish carcasses. So they must have eaten it all. I am leaving my own tracks though. Joseph's not gonna be happy about this. Got it?
Got it.
Okay.
I think I might have a new roof person.
I don't know, you were more concerned about me scratching it up than me falling off. Oh yeah, it is slick.
You might have rocks on your shoes.
Oh.
Well, I kind of like not having a leaky roof.
Do you like having an alive wife?
Now that we got that taken care of, I got wrapped up doing some video editing, so we only have 30 minutes, so we're supposed to pull out of here. Chances are very high that we're not gonna make it, but I brought in the big guns and she's gonna help out.
I'm gonna help.
So here's what we gotta do. We gotta put the bike rack on the back of the truck. We gotta put the motorcycle rack on the front of the pickup. We gotta put the motorcycle on the motorcycle rack. Then we gotta hitch the truck up to the RV.
Hey! Not for you, Trinity.
No, not for you. Thank you guys so much. We got snacks for the road. Yes.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Oh my goodness.
That
No,
looks amazing.
We've had these donuts 3 times. The Boston cream ones are very good. I've gotten the same donut every time.
Yeah, I mean, when it's so good. All right, you ready, Codes? Ready? Stay. Yes, stay. Be a good girl, stay. Okay, you can go. Good girl, you listened.
Trash, 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 don't forget the trash. Trash, 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 don't forget the trash. I have to like do this little song and dance every time I leave, or I will get to the next campground, the next boondocking spot, and still have a whole bunch of trash in the back of the truck. Somebody asked in the comments if I have ADHD. Not diagnosed, but if you ask Kalyn,
The signs are there.
trash bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little poop bags. Send the trash to the landfill and then send the poop to the landfill. Have fun, poop.
I didn't realize it was gonna be so warm today. Like, I wore a sweater, you wore a sweater. Whew. Nicest day we've had, like, the whole time we've been here, I think. Well, it's 10:30, so with us both hustling and filming, because that does take time when you're like filming us tearing down, an hour?
An hour, that's actually quite good.
But I don't think we can ever say we can do it in a half hour,
No.
unless we're not filming.
Well, the thing with tearing down is if I prepare the night before, which I couldn't last night because I was editing a video and crunching on that, but if I can get the motorcycle on the truck and not have the bike rack off the back of the truck, like those are 2 major things that take a good bit of time. Once those 2 things are done, everything else outside is pretty quick. But those times when I don't have that done, I just know it's going to be a longer morning.
And said video is uploading as we drive. YouTube life. All right, we have your donut.
Oh yes.
I feel like the frosting.
Did you squish it?
I didn't squish it, but the frosting stuck, I think.
Well, I'm not going to be able to pull this out of the bag on my own.
I'll pull it
I'm going to need you to pull it out.
Oh no.
It's a bald Boston cream.
I'm so sorry. Do you still want to eat it like this?
Yeah, I'll eat a bald Boston cream.
I'm so sorry. Good?
It's close to perfection. You want to know what would make it better? Chocolate frosting.
So inadvertently, we ended up like trying all the bakeries in Homer because
I like it.
last video we went to Two Sisters and we're kind of disappointed. It's pretty good. It's okay. Sweet and Savory was at the farmer's market and they were really good. And then we met some subscribers who live in Homer. We met them at BP's Bakery, which is new as of this year. And so that's where these are from. And they have really good donuts and muffins and baked goods. So I would say that's maybe our favorite.
Yeah, when Craig and Victoria texted you this morning, they're like, they're going to BB's Bakery and want to pick us up some donuts. I was like, yes, please.
Yep, not saying no to that. It's a little sad today because we are leaving the coast officially of Alaska. So we've kind of gone through what we had, Valdez, Seward, and then Homer. So we're leaving the Kenai Peninsula, headed up to just north of Anchorage, and then in the next few weeks we're going to be exploring the Wasilla, Palmer, Hatcher Pass area. So I am excited to see what more interior Alaska looks like, but I have really enjoyed the coast too. So we'll have to see, by the end of our Alaska trip as a whole, which area I enjoyed better.
Aw, this sucks.
You can't get in there.
No.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Can hear you loud and clear. I was going to get fuel, but then that Class A pulled in front of me.
There's some on the other side, I think. Well, I don't know if they're open, but that's where we got fuel.
The coordination you have to do when you get into a gas station. It's almost luck of the draw,
It is.
hoping that you can arrive when it's not super crowded. But what was the price?
77. Not terrible.
$3.77,
Yeah.
still under $4. That's a win.
I don't know if I can reach my fuel tank though.
It fits? Awesome. That's what we want to see.
All right, so that was fun. I went in to prepay for pump 16, but pump 16 is apparently pump 15, but they set it to 16. So then when I went back in, because I had the handle pulled, it wouldn't switch it over. So we had to go back in, cancel the transaction. And now I am finally pumping gas on pump 15, which is labeled as pump 16. Did you catch all that? Don't they say it's when you're in a hurry that nothing ever goes right? That's how I feel right now. Well, we think we lost a tire. I'm not sure.
I saw rubber go. I didn't see it on that side.
Same exact thing, different tire.
There's a strip off of it. There's a strip.
Same thing that happened before.
I thought you guys just had ran something over, but then more and more tire pieces were flying out.
It didn't look like it was so bad. It didn't look so violent.
No, well, because it didn't blow.
Yeah.
It's fully pressurized, which scares the living daylights out of me. We're in a spot we can change it really quick. All right, is this hoodie approved for?
Yes, outfit change. I didn't want you
Okay.
to get your nice sweater all nasty. So I guess I'm not, why did this happen again?
It is one of the Carlisle tires, which it was the Carlisle tire that failed before. So I'm almost wondering if it.
Well, maybe we just don't do that brand.
I don't think I'm going to use Carlisle again.
Yeah. Craig to the rescue with supplies.
Yes, he's going to speed this process
Yeah,
up
because
immensely.
this works so much better than ours. It's handy to have you guys around.
This is why we caravan with them. It's not because we like them or anything. It's because they have tools. Holy cow. Wow. Like the angle of this jack. Oh boy. Let me know if a semi's coming, Kalyn, or an RV. The first rule of power tools. Alrighty.
I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you.
Hey. You're
That's
welcome.
what we're here for. Caravanning for the win.
So you should always do a walk around, just inspect everything. So I was looking up under here, just looking at the damage, make sure there's nothing that's gonna hit the tire. When I saw up over here,
What is it? Oh. Oh my goodness.
and that was sitting against the tire, so that would have worn this tire. There's one other piece of damage that I'm not excited about. So this is a brace for the floor, and it's pulling away from the frame right there. That stinks.
We good to go?
Yep. All right, thank you both so much. I'm amazed how much damage a piece of rubber can do. All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
I just knew. I knew we could not get out of Alaska
Without
a tire issue. And I feel like anyone that comes up here always has some sort of tire problem. But
That one surprised me because the tire was not at all worn down.
no.
It failed the same way another Carlisle tire did that I had.
Maybe
Now,
it's the brand.
now that tire, there might be a bearing issue that those boxes might help with future tire situations. Just stay tuned. It's coming in this video. But it might be a bearing issue, it might be an alignment issue, but the tire itself hadn't worn down enough, in my opinion, to fail like that.
We're back in the city of Anchorage. We have like 5 miles to go to our spot. Craig and Victoria got a little bit ahead of us, and they said there's no sites available. She just texted me.
And no dump station.
Yeah, the
which
dump
is-
station is closed.
Which is a problem because our black tank is pretty full.
It's bad, and we were gonna dump at the campground. So I don't know what I don't
Today's
know.
been a day,
Today's been a
and
day.
it's not over yet. They're looking for an overflow spot. Hopefully there's an
Hopefully
overflow
that
parking lot
works.
that we can park in for a night or two.
All right, she said that overflow parking has some space.
Yay!
That's good. Yes,
That's the best
we're
news I've
very
heard all
excited
day.
about that.
I have never been more excited in my life to stay in an overflow parking lot than I am right now. Oh, my fuel light came on, by the way. You watching my back?
Yep, keep turning it sharp.
Sharp. Keep coming. Okay, you should be good.
With only 3 days to spend in this overflow parking lot, we packed our time with important things like a haircut, but also made time for fun things to do in Anchorage, like the air show where we saw the Thunderbirds and other talented pilots perform. This experience was also completely free, which felt like a huge win after our more pricey excursions. We also stopped by the Alaska Zoo, which was just $20 a person. Morning was the perfect time to visit because all the animals had just been fed and were super active. Then it was time to move on to our next boondocking spot, which turned out to be a popular all-day shooting range. So in search of a quieter location, we headed even further north to find what turned out to be one of the best free campsites we found in Alaska, a pull-off near Matanuska Glacier.
All right, it is time to finally open the packages that we have literally been hauling around since Homer. We have wanted to do the project where we change out our hubs, bearings, and brakes since forever. This RV is a 2005 RV. It has all the original hardware, all the original bearings, and people in the comments have been telling us you really should service your bearings. We have greased them a few times, but since we gave this RV a salt bath about 2 or 3 years ago, we figured it would just be better instead of just like servicing them to replace everything and just be a lot more comfortable. So when eTrailer reached out to us and said, hey guys, we love your channel and we'd love to partner with you. Is there anything we can do to help? We said, absolutely yes. This is the project we want to do. Do you guys want to partner with us? And they were totally on board. So they sent us all new hubs, all new brake assemblies. These all come pre-greased. So hopefully, I mean, I went to their website, I saw their how-tos on how to put it on. It really looks like a project that I can do, but in case I run into trouble, I do have a secret weapon. So the major plus of caravanning is you want to caravan with somebody like Craig. He's actually done a brake project on his RV. It did take him 2 days to do it though, so
Why you gotta bring that up?
in all honesty, he had to run hydraulic lines and a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just putting drum brakes on. We're gonna try to beat his time, and it's 2 of us, so I really can't hold it over his head, I guess.
I think we got it.
So step 1 should be pretty easy until we run into a problem, which we inevitably will. It's just gonna be remove this tire, which I have lots of practice doing, and then removing the hub assembly and the brake assembly. So let's get after it.
And the time is 1:48.
When you take it off, before it comes all the way off, just wiggle it up and down.
Wiggle.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh my word. Craig's regretting his offer at this moment in time.
This is great.
My goal, Craig, is to get you to stop saying that I'm handy. Thank you.
It's not much room to work with the fender.
Now, one should always have clean hands and take that very seriously in all situations. You should really wear gloves when you do something like this.
This is the easy part. I thought we were to the hard part. Not yet. Take your take your rubber. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, are you kidding me? Mine was so much harder.
That's why it took you 2 days. Look at all that grease.
Yeah.
I really might have over-greased that thing a little bit.
That's a lot.
It's not the castle nut with the pin in it.
Oh, you got like a little clamp on that.
Go to. Oh, that's. There is some rust on this brake assembly, but. All right. Oh, there's hub 1. Now we get to take this.
You
off.
haven't done the brakes on here and you have that much brake pad left. I don't think that one was helping very much.
How much does it pain you that this is what my socket set looks like?
Mine's pretty terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, I've tried and it never stays good.
Oh, come on. Oh yeah, his is a mess.
I forgot I had, so I don't know. There's
I don't
no
know.
saving me.
That's a real mess over there, Craig.
I have my orange one I was thinking of.
I've got extensions, I've got adapters. Like if you need to go down a size of wrench or up a size of wrench, I can do that all day long.
I like how we're a quarter of the way into the first one and you already have a whole bunch of grease on your face.
This is why you have Craig, for moral support.
Yeah, you got it.
My hands are clean though. I'm wearing those gloves. Wearing those gloves. And let's pop that puppy right there. Getting the lock washers on here.
Good time to inspect them leaf springs.
They look like leaf springs to me.
No cracks.
All right, so how the drum brakes work, from my understanding, you depress the brakes, this electromagnetic fires up and connects to the inside of this hub, which then is gonna drag this backwards. And while it's dragging this backwards, it's spreading the brakes and they're actually making contact with the inside of the hub. That's how it's supposed to work. According to Craig, that's not what's been going on with this hub ever since we probably had the RV, because these brake
On the
pads are-
old one.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with this new one once we get it all hooked up.
Yeah.
So is that about that far?
Yeah, and then you just back it off.
Ah! And then you strip it as much as possible.
That's right. It doesn't matter. It's always finger tight after this point.
Yep.
So what I would recommend, I don't know if you've seen a different technique, is put the tire on.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what E-Trailer did.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I've been using my tire as a tool bench. So, E-Trailer, when they send you this stuff, they send you everything you need. So if your setup has a castle nut system, they've got the castle nut, or if it's my situation with the clip, they send you the clip. So that's quite handy when you're getting the all-in-one kit, to be able to know you have everything you need there, except for possibly electrical connections. Nice. So Craig will correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, but if we're too tight with this, if you crank this down way super tight, then it's gonna bind in there, wear out your bearings a lot faster, and possibly freeze up your tire. But if you go the other direction and have this too loose, then you're gonna be wobbling down the road like that. neither of which are good options. So the whole thing is you tighten this all the way down, and then you get it back to about, come back maybe a quarter turn or so until it's finger tight. And then you can kind of feel the tire to make sure that there's not either excessive holding on it or excessive play in the tire. So we're finger tight right there. Tire's spinning nice. I've got no wobble.
That feels pretty good.
Yeah. You want to spin it and I'll hit the brakes?
Right, whichever.
We ready?
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Well, that's a bummer.
There's no way you're getting power, unless your wires came undone.
Yeah, the wires are all hooked up right.
Maybe before we pull that off, I think this one's making a sound, so it should be working.
And nothing can ever be easy. I feel like the definition of a Joe project is a project that you do that should be a really simple fix. There's nothing more I like doing than undoing what we've already done. But in the process, you either mess it up, which I didn't do this time, or you discover 5 other things that have gone wrong. And that's what happened this time. You know your DIY project is going really well when people stop to be like, you guys okay? You doing all right? We got the hubs and trailer brakes are all on. Everything is fantastic, but we discovered in the process that this wiring harness, something has gone wrong in this plug. It is only providing 6 volts of power, even though I have 13 volts coming from the truck. As soon as it goes through here, it's just 6 volts. So thankfully, Palmer has the plug assembly I need, so we're gonna be able to replace this before we have to move. And then when we get back, it's probably gonna be like way too late for me to consider rewiring something, so we'll finish this project tomorrow. And I have to get it done tomorrow because we go back on the road on Monday. All right, mash it!
Hey, mashing.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! The tire
working?
stopped.
Nice.
Feels good to have this project almost done. I just got to wrap up the cleanup, and tomorrow we'll actually take this RV up and down some hills and test these new hubs and brakes out. Craig took 2 days to do his brakes. I took 2 days to do mine. I guess it's a tie.
Well, this is our 4th travel day in this video.
We're traveling a lot.
We're all over the place, but we're kind of like still in the same area. So where we're going today is still north. Well, you were looking at the map, north of Palmer, right? Even though we're technically
yes, we're going
north.
We're going to be north
east.
of Palmer. We're going up toward Hatcher Pass. We won't be up in the pass.
But we're going to be on the road that goes up there. That's where we're going to be boondocking next. Where we were staying near Manatuska Glacier,
Manatuska, I think.
Something like that. It was good. It was nice. It was by the river, but it was also like you still had that like this main road kind of going by it, so it wasn't a place that you necessarily wanted to spend a lot of time at. Plus, we wanted to get closer to Hatcher Pass because it looks like there's some really cool hikes to do up there.
This is our first downhill. Let's test these brakes out. All right, at 5% gain.
It was slowing down.
Yeah, at 5 gain, I'm getting what I was getting before at 10 gain. So let me pump this up. So now I got it 10. Oh yeah, I could stop the RV.
Nice.
Yeah, that's got a lot more grip to it. So now I need to, oh, sorry. Ha. Good thing Craig's behind me. Sorry about the swerving, I'm just testing my brakes.
And thank you again to eTrailer for partnering with us on this project. We honestly could not do it without you, and we're so excited that we have these new brakes. So if you want to check them out, we'll leave a QR code on the screen. They're one stop for like when I say everything trailer and RV related. We got dump station time.
We do indeed. We got to do a full dump, water, get propane. We got to do everything.
Can you film yourself?
Sure. You don't want to go out in the rain?
No. There you go.
Did I pull far enough? Oh, sweet. I think it's hilarious how, like, we left around 12:30, 12:45. We only had to go like 40 or 50 miles today, yet it is 3:15, 3:13. Dumps always take so long.
Well, and I had on my calendar, like I had time blocked 12:30 to 3. That was when we were going to be on the road. And then I was going to try to get in some more work before dinner.
You forgot how slow that water spigot was.
I forgot how slow it takes to fill 80 gallons. This way. No. Which way are you going? All right, we're backed in. We still have to get set up, but
I'm just laughing how Craig and I make the girls, you know,
get out in the rain and try to tell them.
We're gonna get all set up and get all ready. And I promise you next week, we are not going to be doing any travel days because I'm tired of towing this RV. So we're gonna hunker down here for a while. But if you like watching us travel, there's another sign down the road that's gonna tell us not recommended for big trailers.
It's also gonna say, we're stupid.
We're not a big trailer. We're only 33 feet.